Yesterland Farm. Currently tied for the fourth most roller coasters in the state of Texas, Yesterland Farm is a Christmas tree farm that has slowly added roller coasters and attractions. But how good is this park? And is it worth visiting during the Christmas season? Find out in this review. The tree started to be planted in 1995. But since Christmas trees take about 5 years to grow to maturity, the Canton Christmas Tree Farm started selling their trees in 2000, where they offered complimentary hayrides and a barrel train for their customers. Mechanical rides began being added in 2005, with their first roller coaster opening in 2009. In 2011, the farm changed its name to Yesterland Farm, since they were much more than just a Christmas tree farm by then. Over the years, the farm has added to their various themed events and many more rides, most notably kiddie coasters, to have 4 total coasters throughout their park. As for when to visit, the park, like other farm parks in Texas, is only open around various seasonal events. This includes BunnyPalooza around Easter, Fall Fest/Spooktacular Nights in September and October, and the Christmas Carnival and Christmas Lights in November and December. For those looking to pair this park with another around the Dallas area, Mainstay Farm is open on similar days, though Yesterland Farm tends to be open later, so one can hit up Mainstay Farm before heading over to Yesterland Farm. Or check the hours for the park that you would like to pair with Yesterland Farm, as likely you can find something that works, as well as do most of the attractions at Yesterland Farm in about 2 to 4 hours. As for how many attractions are at this park, the website is a bit misleading. P6 Farms lists a lot of attractions, including photo ops on their website, to pad their stats and claim many rides for a farm park. Yesterland Farm has a big list on their website as well, though this is not accurate as some of the every season attractions are not available all the time, and they will rotate out rides for different events. The coasters, though, are permanent, and they will do everything they can to have them up and running. During my visit, Texasauras did not open due to rainy weather, and was the only ride affected by the rain. But they had an operator in the station for the entire time waiting to get it up and running, and had maintenance out trying to fix it well after I would have given up for the night. So coaster enthusiasts going for the credits, or families looking to ride the coasters many times, should feel pretty good knowing that these rides will likely always be open. As for anything else, it seems hit or miss if a smaller attraction will be available or at the park, and I wish that the park did a better job of clarifying this either on their website or just through a clear map of the park for each event. For a farm park, they do have a decent collection of flat rides on top of their coaster collection, so the rides they do have should be actual attractions. Besides the coasters, the attractions that they had included Reckless, Tornado, the Silo Slide, the Carousel, Shockwave, the Intermediate Swings, as well as other walkthrough attractions like the Animal Town, Westerland Village, and the Playground. Christmas attractions included the Light Display, Christmas House, Christmas Wagon Ride, Rudy's Railroad, and the Snow Play Area, most of which was an upcharge, which does make sense, like Snowtown at Dreamworld, though the Snow Tubing Hill is included for all guests. All of these rides are enjoyable rides, accessible for families and kids, which makes sense given the demographic of the park. My favorites were both the railroads, just because I love trains, and Reckless, as it offered decent airtime among the various forces that it dished out. For a full breakdown of these attractions, see my ranking of the top 15 rides at this park. As for the coasters, these are all enjoyable kiddie coasters. Road Trip Coaster is the newest, but has a very slow lift hill, and obviously it was relocated from somewhere. It offers a mild experience, but fits well by giving the youngest guests or those scared of big coasters an accessible coaster. Texasauras looks to be well themed while offering mild laterals and turns, which would be a nice contrast to the other coasters in the park. However, as stated previously, I was unable to ride this coaster due to the rain. Santa's Runaway Sleigh is a really smooth, milder manufacturing kiddie coaster. Normally, these coasters jerk you around in a fun, enjoyable way, to offer a bit of forces over the drops and hills. With how smooth this coaster is, it isn't exactly as enjoyable as other clones, but does come together as a nice package for families. Lastly, Fort Yesterland, formerly called Range, is the rough gem of this park. Many will decry this coaster as painful, and I can see that. But for me, the mix of laterals and roughness on its two turns was something truly special. It's not great in perfect roughness or laterals, but is an enjoyable package of the two. As for operations, the staff were all super friendly. Some rides had rotating operators as demand dictated, but most were staffed with their own operator. The coasters would let you stay on and ride again if there wasn't a long line, and even getting off and getting back in line was a super quick experience. Getting many laps on these coasters, even in only a couple hours in the park, should be totally doable for anyone. The only line I experienced was for Rudy's Train and the Christmas Wagon Ride, with Rudy's Train allowing me to get on the next train, though it was pretty full, and the Wagon Ride needing me to wait an extra cycle, though it seemed that there was no line for this later in the evening after I got off. The pricing of this park does vary, but like all of the farm parks in Texas, they offer a discount if you buy before the season starts. So if you're looking to visit in December for the Christmas event, you can buy tickets in early November for around $24 a ticket, whereas at the gate, tickets will likely be closer to $35 per ticket. This pre-sale discount would also work on the more expensive tickets that include Super Stuff tokens or credits for the upcharge attractions, if you're interested in doing those as well, though I can't remember the exact pricing of that discount. Overall, how good is Yesterland Farm? The Christmas event that I experienced was a bit underwhelming, though the snow activities and light rides offered something enjoyable. But Big River's Christmas was still much better just as a light display at an amusement park. The overall package of the park, though, seemed a bit incomplete between the rides, coasters, and special attractions. I feel more clarity about the overall attractions would help, as I really wanted to know what there was to do so I wouldn't miss anything instead of just wandering around the farm park and finding things of interest. My visit to Mainstay Farm was a bit more enjoyable, and I found that to be my favorite of the farm parks in Texas. Though Yesterland Farm is much closer to an actual amusement park than just a farm with attractions, especially compared to the other two farm parks in Texas. For families wanting to experience Christmas charm, kiddie coasters, and accessible flat rides, this place is certainly worth a visit during the holidays. But it might just not be as good as it looks on paper. With the different attractions they have around Halloween, those could be really fun, especially since I'm not into super scary haunted houses. So some of the more mild family attractions look to be really up my alley. Which coasters here are your favorite? If you visited their Halloween event, let me know how those attractions are. And, as always, Kapkun Krab.